Congratulations to the Denver Broncos for winning Super Bowl 50. They're the champions with great defense led by MVP Von Miller. At Sox Fest, we talked to John Danks, who will be challenged for a starting spot. And we also talked to Doug McDermott before the Bulls left out on the trip, a very unsuccessful trip, I might add. And then we have trivia from the 2015 Benkowski title match at the Sock. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 27th year of the Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You got to get to Calabria Imports, Italian Foods Deli. Mention this TV ad for a free Joe Tea with a sandwich order. It's at 1905 West 103rd Street. They have great stuff. I'll shop there. I'll see you there. Calabria Imports. Get to the Cove on Wednesday, February 24th at 8 p.m. for my game. Great people, great game, 1750 East 55th.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open.
Calabria Imports has Italian foods and a great deli. You mention this TV ad, and you get a free Joe Tea with a sandwich order. Conveniently located at 1905 West 103rd Street, Calabria Imports has great stuff. Check it out. I do all the time.
Since 1967, El Jardín has been serving the finest Mexican food. Before, after, or during ball games, located conveniently just 3 blocks south of Wrigley Field, 3335 North Clark. Whether there's a game or not, you still get hungry, and El Jardín has great service, great food, and great drinks. I've enjoyed every meal I've had there, and you will too. So get to El Jardín for great Mexican food at 3335 North Clark Street in Chicago. You'll be glad you did.
You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting, most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to the family dentist, Lawrence Ferlin, 109th and Kedzie. Crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile at 773-233-7044. That's 109th and Kedzie. They do a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you. Family dentist, Lawrence Ferlin. We're back on the spotlight. It's time to talk John Danks here at Sox Fest. He, of course, is not the same pitcher that he was prior to his major operation, but he's been able to soak up some innings and be a back-of-the-rotation guy who you hope can win 12, 13 games. And so he comes back to do that once again. And he talks about 2 things that he and Cooper work on and push. And you'll find those out in a matter of seconds. And although I don't think we get into this part, he is, of course, married to the country singer Ashley Monroe. And I don't know, it's just super intriguing. She'll be at the Grammys in a couple of weeks, I'm told. So anyway, let's take it away with John Danks, the pride of Tennessee. Now.
It's tough. Really hadn't put a whole lot of thought into it being my last year. I'm more focused on putting a good year together. So that's not my last year total. We'll see. But really just focused on this year, trying to put together a consistent year. I felt like I finished the year strong. The second half was good. Just wanting to throw together a complete year.
The rotation's been the rotation has been the staple of this team for the last 3-4 years. For you to be, a part of it, and everybody kind of projects you as the back end of the rotation, but it really doesn't matter 1 through 5. Is there anything different that you've done? I mean, you're coming off, you're a couple years removed from that shoulder surgery now. Is this safe to say that you actually probably feel as healthy as you have in a couple of years?
Yeah, I think last year even, my arm felt day to day better than it had in a long time. I'm not really concerned about where I slot in the rotation. I've told them that I've never been an ego guy. As long as I get the ball every 5th day, that's really all that matters to me. And certainly understand where I fit in the rotation, and it makes total sense. So, I'm not really worried about that. I'm worried about, like I said, throwing together a good year.
A few years ago, you used to have some pretty intense off-season work with your brother in Texas, and now that you're in Tennessee, I'm wondering how your regimen has changed, or do you end up seeing Coop at all? Can he give you a tip or two? Because aren't you both close to each other?
Yeah, we are. We're not far from each other, and I have seen Coop. I haven't seen him this year to get on a mound or anything just yet, but in years past we always seem to make time to get on a mound and work together a few times at least before camp. So that'll be coming up, and there's a group of us that work out, ball players that I can throw and work out with. So it's worked out nice.
Are you looking to play around with any new pitch or change any nuances of an existing pitch?
No, I need to make my current pitches better. So I've been focused on that. Really just a lot of Coop and I've sat down and looked at kind of the positives and negatives from last year, and making sure that I'm ready to attack that game plan this year. Come spring training in April.
What would be the one thing you want to do better in 2016?
I would say, my 2 things Coop and I have always talked about is, if I can limit walks and keep the ball in the ballpark, that's always been a big goal of mine. I would say if I do that, that'll probably take care of itself. It'll certainly lend to a good year.
So throwing the breaking ball on strike 1.
That'll work. Definitely gonna look at some things and try to adjust my style to that.
And you're going to have a couple new catchers. Maybe they'll have some fresh perspective.
Certainly, yeah. They've both faced me many times and had success. So it'll be fun to pick their brains, see what they know.
Yeah, that's a really new part of the game where these guys will say, "Boy, I knew you were going to do this," and then you really could gain a lot there.
Certainly, it's. It would be good to have them here. Obviously they're great talents and guys that'll help us win ball games, but for exactly that, they can give us some perspective out of some other locker rooms, concerning us, and it should only help.
And certainly in the case of Avila, he's super anxious to beat Detroit. I just heard.
Good. We want that here. We're all anxious to beat them all.
All right. Good luck.
I appreciate it.
You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Des Plaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Furland, EDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Del Sur Mexican Restaurant, open for lunch and dinner daily, a spectacular new menu. And my trivia show next, Friday, February 12th at 6 p.m. Easy to reach at 46th and Halsted. You got to get there. Del Sur, 46th and Halsted, on the Friday. See you there. Then you got Matt Anthony, Sports Bar and Grill, 3350 West 47th Street, right by Homan, serving La Coco's Pizza. They got sandwiches, full bar, and my trivia game, alternate Fridays. You want to check that out. Matt Anthony, a very fun place. See you over there. We're back on the spotlight, and we're going to talk to Doug McDermott a little bit. Here's a guy who didn't exactly thrive in the Tom Thibodeau time. He was relegated to the bench, had an injury, and this year hasn't quite hit his stride either, although he's had some flashes of brilliance. But he's a guy who, in my mind, could be Kyle Korver-esque and be a little bit of a spark off the bench, an instant offense, if you will. But he has to play at least decent D to get the minutes. And by his own admission, this is a problem area that he needs to solve right away.
Long time, so he's a great guy for me to look up to. A lot of us younger guys really take his advice, and he's a great leader for us. So it's great to have him on our team.
How is he in the locker room?
Oh, he's great. He's a funny guy, very well cultured. Knows a lot about the game. So he's fun to be around. Like I said, we've all learned a lot from him, and he's been great.
Okay, then. Thank you very
Thanks.
much.
Can you talk a little bit more about the road trip? Sometimes this might be in a time where it can kind of give some bonding to your team and get everybody on the same page thinking basketball only.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's kind of the way we look at it. We got a tough stretch here on the road, so I think we'll learn a lot about our team, and hopefully we can get our confidence and swagger back, and be able to communicate a little better out there.
Can you remember some of the elements of the win streak that you're trying to recapture?
Yeah, I think it all starts, with our pace and getting stops, obviously. And, we got to be better at that, getting rebounds, not allowing them to get second chance opportunities. So we got to continue to work hard at that in practice.
And specifically, how does that apply to yourself? What kind of things are you working on?
I got to work on a lot. Obviously, I've been struggling a little bit lately, and I take that on myself. So continue to work, especially on the defensive end, and watch film and know players' tendencies. So I'll continue to get better.
There's been a lot of talk about insufficient communication on the part of the defense. What do you do to counteract that personally?
It all starts in practice, and we're gonna have practice tomorrow before we hit the West Coast. So hopefully we can kind of get on the same page. Unfortunately we're 40-some games in, we're still having breakdowns communicating. So that's something we just got to fix. I think we will. We got a great group of guys, great group of veterans. So I'm sure we'll be back.
How do you rate yourself personally for vocalness? Are you a guy who doesn't yell out enough, or do you think you're pretty decent at it?
I definitely got to get a lot better on that, in that aspect of my game.
Switches particularly.
Yeah, definitely. And it's on both the defenders. So hopefully we can get things cleared up.
Good luck on the trip.
Appreciate it.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alton, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. The Sock is where you should go for Benkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. They've got a beautiful menu. They've got all kinds of drinks
and fun people at 93rd and Roberts Road. So we'll see you at the Sock every other Thursday and more. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, Parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's. We're back on the spotlight. We're at the Sock for the 2015 Benkowski Trivia Championship, and let's do some presidential questions. Yeah, that's cool. 3 presidents have our first names. Need them all.
Richard Nixon.
Yes.
Ronald Reagan.
Yes.
Rutherford B. Hayes.
You got your Rutherford B. Hayes right here. 180. Take it. 540. Back in the lead. Salt and Pepper is up.
President.
4 presidents
Otherwise known as?
have a T last names. Need them all. Start yelling them out.
Tyler.
Yes.
Taft. Taft.
Yes.
Taft. Tyler.
5 seconds for the last 2.
Truman.
Yes.
Truman.
It's 3.
Yeah.
Going. Going. So sorry. And they got 3. We go to night out for the cleanup. They said Tyler, Taft, Truman. 5 seconds, 200 points. Going. They're going to throw. Very interesting. Night out. Their only throw, but you might as well take it for 2 bills.
I missed that.
We have Tommy throw?
Okay, come up, the line's a little bit up. Okay, you're good. Yeah. You can do the extended line, or you can do the line. It's good. You didn't have to say Taylor. Taylor. So, a wise choice. Night out goes to 300. And now, President's done. Jordan Marks playing movie lines or my show? 1985. 3-word, 4-word answer. I know you are, but what am I? Pee-wee's Big Adventure is correct. I gotta think that Pee-wee are separate words. Thanks for understanding. And Jordan Marks to 510, close to the lead. Sock Danger. 2-word answer. From the 70s. No, it's pronounced Igor.
Young Frankenstein.
Yeah, Frankenstein is right. Oh my God, what a classic. 320. Sports, rather, Sock Bar is up. Sock Bar, you got movie lines or my show? From the 60s. We have 12 vacancies. 12 cabins, 12 vacancies.
Psycho is right. And Sock Bar to 500, close to the lead. Movie lines are done. And now my show. Stooges. Current Bulls player who told me, LeBron James told him, "You got crazy eyes." Five seconds. Going. Bobby Portis is right. 100. You move to 420. More trivia after these messages. You've got to get to Jack's. 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. Then you got Oliver's, 6100 West 159th Street, midway between Cicero and Harlem. Live trivia. Thursday, February 18th at 7 p.m. We got some lively teams, enthusiastic people. We'll see you over there at Oliver's. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. Then you got Del Sur Mexican Restaurant. Open for lunch and dinner daily. Spectacular new menu. And my trivia game, Friday, February 12th at 6 p.m. 46th and Halsted, easy to reach. Great stuff. Check out Del Sur. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. You better get to Jackie's Hot Dogs, open past midnight 7 days. 2 Polish and fry, $5.69. Gyros plate with big fries, $8.59. Big Baby Double Cheese, $2.85. Tamales, Italian beef, pizza puff, shakes, chicken breast, onion rings, and more at 5415 South Pulaski. They have it all going on at Jackie's Hot Dogs. I highly recommend it. I eat there periodically. I love it. You should try it too. Here you go. "2013, when I was your man." Neither Chris Brown nor Rihanna. Please confine to one answer. We go to Sock Bar.
What was the question?
The question remains, 2013, when I was your man.
Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars is right. 60. 620 for you guys. Stooges. Stunned. 2011, Born This Way. Lady Gaga, okay. To 70. 740, one off the lead. Shy Sharks.
Stay with the music.
Okay. 2009, Poker Face.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. How come every answer is Lady Gaga in this stupid game? 80. And you go to 730. JMB.
We'll do music.
2008, Touch My Body. No, later. Going. Britney Spears is not it. We go to Salt and Pepper.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey is right. 90. Oh, the delight of the youngsters when they get things like that. 540. Okay, night out. Whatever you like. 2007. Girlfriend. 5 seconds. Avril Lavigne is right. 100. Night out needed it. You go to 4 bills. And that's done for a bit. So Jordan and Marks are up on pre-1960s celebrity birth or sports of the 90s. NBA, Michael Jordan hit a bunch of 3-point field goals in the first half of an NBA Finals series, and when he went past the press table, he shrugged. Who was the Western opponent? Michael Jordan in the NBA Finals? No, it wasn't this year.
No, this year. Did you give a year?
Well, I can't give the year because that gives the answer away. I'm gonna dumb and trip up on that? 5 seconds. Which? Phoenix is not it. We go to Sock Danger. Utah Jazz? So sorry. So we've eliminated 2 more. We go to Sock Bar.
Portland Trailblazers.
Portland is right. And Sock Bar to 670. This game is tight. Stoogie! The old birth or the sports? In the NFL in 1993, in the regular season, 3 teams won 12 games. Name one of them.
I bet they're both.
5 seconds. Going.
San Francisco.
Looking for San Francisco. Not seen them. We go to Shy Sharks. Dallas is correct. Buffalo and the Houston Oilers were the others. 60. So Shy Sharks, 790, close to the lead. G&B.
Sports.
In the 1992 Stanley Cup Finals, Pittsburgh won the championship in the finals over the Blackhawks. How many games did the series go?
4.
4 is right.
We'll have more trivia next time, and we'll see you next week. The Lansing Floral Shop.
Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero.
Imprint Graphics. Leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.